Seth Somers.
Will Hollingworth, Sidewinder. Hi, so I'm Will Hollingworth, I wrote and also executive produced and starred as Cole in Sidewinder. The film is basically it's set in the 2030s in America, when there has been a civil war that's broken out, and that's kind of where our film sort of launches out, really, where there has been a huge, sort of history of a political divide that's happened over the past 10 years, and it really follows these two characters, Cole, Amos. And basically we literally kind of kick you off right in the middle of the story, where you don't really know what's happening. There's something going on between Cole and Amos, and I think in terms of where it's more of our film is sort of like the kind of the start of a film. It's a proof of concept almost, and if we would like to try and get sort of funding for to create the full thing. Yeah, exactly. Keep exploring the world, and basically see where it goes. So yeah. It really came from us when I was at. Seth and I both went to drama school together in London. And what we decided to do, I sort of came up. I had been toiling around. I wanted to make some sort of dystopian. I wanted to write a dystopian film, short film, and it just so happened this kind of all fell aligned. And when sort of thinking about what kind of film sort of it's I feel like it's the best genre to sort of tell a story in, or like sort of apocalyptic / sort of dystopian film, because there's serious danger. There's like the stakes are really high in certain moments, and what I really wanted to try and explore with it, especially I think when I was at drama school, there was the whole thing when I think it solidified everything for me when the political divide in America, when it was all going on with the storming of Capitol Hill, and in terms of when I think it was Clinton and Trump, and then when they were for the presidential campaign, and then it just really the whole idea was kind of sort of seeing this, and I wanted to try and work out, because the whole thing in the film, there is an ideology serum which can basically alter the minds of people for the person who is in charge of this new political party, which is the thing that happens in the film. They're the ones who are in control, but what happens if it's not the right kind of ideology that people need to basically believe in? It's very dark and nationalist, and what could that do to a population where everyone sort of is thinking the same, but for all the wrong reasons. But yeah.
So it was Will's idea. The film is Will's concept, and it's something, like you say, I think you'd been thinking about for a few years. It'd been kind of percolating, and then I think the situation in America really kind of was a catalyst for Will to actually put pen to paper and write this story. And it was one of those things with, which is the way that filmmaking often goes, it's just kind of perfect timing. I was at drama school with Will, and I was available then to work with Will on this film, and Milo, who directed the film, was also available, and the idea was just ready, and we were all ready to be a part of it, and we just kind of threw ourselves into it, and it was really, really fun. Yeah. It's memorable. We were talking about it last night with the whole COVID situation. We were making this film that's this kind of dystopian future, and then while we were filming on the last day, we were getting news updates about the cases rising in the UK, and it was this weird COVID, and it was this weird kind of, it was very surreal actually, because suddenly felt like there was this shift and people were starting to panic, and we were like, it's like art reflecting reality. We were like, maybe this is becoming true, but it was it was not very funny, but it was a weird situation to be in.
I think the dark side, our director, basically was like when we were getting all these updates and we were filming this dystopian film, that he just went, guys, should we just live in the woods for throughout this time? I think we should probably not go back to what's going on. But I think that was I think we didn't really grasp it until it actually came to when it all happened, sadly. But yeah. And I just think, actually, I just want to say, actually, to everyone who's kind of actually supported us on this film, it's meant the world to me, because we managed to raise the money, get it to here, show it off here to you guys, and you guys very kindly putting it on and showing our film. It's really quite amazing. And I think all the people who supported us, all the people I had, because it was my kind of baby at the start. I brought so many people on board, like you and Milo, who directed the film. I didn't direct it; it was Milo. I've got to give him a huge shout out, because he was the one who kind of executed the vision of the whole thing. We had the same idea going into it, but he oversaw the overarchingness of it and made it what the film is today. And without any of the support of everybody, I'd say, who've helped out with the film. It was a real passion project. Everyone who was on it, really put their hearts and souls into it, and I'm just so proud to call this film ours. It wasn't mine. It was everybody's in a lot of ways, and they've made that possible on the screen. They made it possible to put it up there, and I'm incredibly grateful for that.
Yeah, I mean, I completely agree. So wonderful to be able to share this with people, and just want to thank everyone here at the Red Movie Awards for having us. And it's been a beautiful time. We're loving it here, and just want to say thanks again. And we're loving the film, watching the films, and we just love films. So it's great to share ours. Yeah.
Buildings.
Notre Dame.
Taste.
Bubbles.
Pleasure.
Magic.
Wonder.
Fun.
Blue.
Rouge.